Hello, everybody. It's Call. You were watching Talking Ball. I'm here with my friends, my very good friends, my co-host Jose. How's it going, Jose? And then we've got Chang on the show today. What is up, Chang? How are you doing, buddy? Doing
I'm
well?
doing very, very, very well. 48 hours later, since my last cough-ridden and very highly and hotly fevered post-match show with
Oh
Senor
no.
Garcia after the FA Cup win. But after that, I have been getting as much rest as I can. And
Good deal.
hopefully, I really do hope so that I promise the viewers that this is the one show you will finally hear me stop coughing at long last.
No, you were fine. You were fine. Cough as much as you need to, buddy. It's really good to have you here, and it's good to have everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's going to be a fun one today. Yeah, Jose, how are you doing today, bud?
Yeah, my leave is finished. I went back to work today.
Yeah, sorry you had to do that.
Yeah, so I got all my work done and I needed to do, and now I've joined you two beautiful gentlemen and everybody in the chat. Just before we get the show started, I will say thank you. And it's a return to the 4 o'clock show. The reason why we haven't been on recently at 4 o'clock is because Senor Colin became an adult and bought himself a house. How dare he? He went off and bought himself a house.
It's wild. It's the craziest thing ever. But yay! And I'm finally moved in now. I just have to unpack tons and tons of boxes, but that's for another day.
So now that Colin's done what he needs to do, we're back on to the 4 o'clock shows. For people that are unaware of our 4 o'clock shows, we have been given the keys to YouTube. We've now been monetized, which means that we now can have super chats, we can have stickers, and we can now have members. So what we've done is we've pinned the membership link to the top of the chat, and we will be reminding people throughout the show of where it is. And yeah, we're glad to be back on the normal slots.
Yeah.
However, we will be having a discussion, because now that we have been monetized, we now need to provide more for the public. And in that sense, what we will be doing is we'll be giving you a catalogue of what shows we will have be coming up and at different time zones to capture everybody. Because with the shows that we were doing last week towards the end of the week while Colin was moving into his new house, Ash and I were doing, and we got a lot of people coming in at that time who, for their times in the world, this show at 4 o'clock doesn't suit. So we will be looking at producing content to capture everybody. Would that be
fair? Shout out to Australia. Yeah, they're the ones that are getting. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's
Malaysia as well.
That's very true. And yes, very, very true. And again, Chang, thank you for taking time out of your sleep to be on our show. I feel so bad. But everybody, yes, everything Jose said is correct. Channel is now monetized. Feel free to become a member. The main perk at this point, and I mean, things will obviously continue to grow, more content, obviously, like Jose was saying. But the main thing right now, as a channel, we always did a really good job. We tried our best to read every single chat. As things grow, it's going to become harder and harder to do so. It's already almost impossible. So the main thing that the membership gets you is priority chat. Again, we'll still try our best to get to everybody. It just might be impossible due to time constraints at times. So having the membership, we'll definitely get your messages read out. And so one more thing I wanted to say since we've been in business mode, I wanted to say, get well soon, Ellie. I know that you are on your way to feeling better. We're going to pull your comments up in just a second. But yeah, Ellie, we hope that you get well soon. We really miss you. We know that you're strong and tough and you're fighting, and this COVID, it's almost over. So big up, Ellie. Thank you for all of your support. You're the best. But we've got some people in the chat already. Let's see what we got. We got Chris Peters. Chris Peters was like one of the first, if not the first, supporter of the member of the channel. So Chris, big up Chris. Big love to Chris Peters. Oh, I got to go get a kid on now too, you guys.
I saw a comment from Joe Phillips, and I thought to myself, right, I'm just going to get my top on. I'll get the nearest one I've got to wear, and this is the nearest one.
When I use the restroom eventually in a minute, I'll put one on too. But guys, so we got Chris Peters in the house. By the way, that's such a great kid. I think that's the one that from Dele's inaugural season. I'm pretty sure that's yeah. Anyway, lovely top. Chris Peters, big up to you. We've got Ellie in the house. We were just talking about Ellie and how we hope she gets better soon. She's saying that she's feeling still a bit, but she's getting better. And Ellie, we couldn't be happier. We can't wait till you're fully back. We will have you on the show. Looking forward to it. She did a promo for us. Thank you, Ellie. And then Chang and Ellie having a little conversation. And we've got Adrian Stroka in the house. Everybody, big up Adrian. He's on both channels like a proper fan. This would be a good time to let everybody know that we actually are dual streaming on 2 different channels, Talking Ball, and then also LTL Cockerel. I'll put it in the chat so you can click on that link. But that is Jose's personal channel. And everybody, I urge you to please make sure that you've liked and subscribed to both if you can. We would truly appreciate that. But yeah, thank you everyone for your wonderful support. Otter, hi Otter. That's a family member of mine. Hi Otter, how are you? And then Daniel E is in the house. A regular. He says big up. Hope you's all good. Not feeling great at the moment. I got an abscess. Really struggling to eat at the moment. Jeez, man, that sucks.
I hope you feel better, Dan.
Dude,
I hope you feel better, mate.
Sorry about that, bro. That's awful. Awful. Talking Beers here. He said, don't forget to hit the likes on both channels. And he is absolutely correct, everyone. And then that is the link to click if you would like to become a member.
But can I say that we put this up because we were messing around with YouTube, but we've now got it pinned to the chat. So just in case you see this, we've now pinned it onto the chat. So if anyone wants to become a member, it's pinned.
It only took all 3 of us to figure it out, but we got it.
We got it done. And we've got Orisham here saying hello, big up.
Hey, Orisham.
Adrian, again, reminding us that the FA Cup draws tonight. Got a good afternoon from Audio Artisan.
Yo.
Talking Bill said he's struggling with so many that's what she said, opportunities.
I haven't even remembered them. But
Joe Phillips saying proper shirt clan. We have a good morning from Bobby K.
Good morning, Dag Bobby.
We've got a get well soon for Ellie and for Danny from Adrian Stroker.
I love the love. It's all good. It's all a good, happy feeling around here.
Big
Rich
up from
is in
Rich.
the house. What's up, Rich? Good to have you, buddy.
Shemtam.
Shem, what's up? Hey,
lads. Good to
lads.
see you. Get well, Ellie. Miss you so much. Come on, you Spurs. And then you've got Ellie saying, Chang, have you recovered now?
Yeah, and Chang, have you recovered?
Yeah, I just replied to Ellie here.
Oh, there he is. Sorry.
On the chat. That's the one.
That's
Yeah,
it.
so
There we go.
the cough is all but done. Just a little, very minor irritation, which is absolutely nothing to be worried about. My COVID days are way behind me now. Fever's all but gone, and I simply cannot wait to get into today's topics with the way Twitter is blowing up. Fabrizio Romano is blowing up all about Spurs. I'm hearing so many different things from so many different aggregators about our different transfer targets, but I'm not going to get into that just yet. I'm going to let our moderators here carry on with the show.
Hey, you're good, man. We'll definitely get to that. Absolutely. And I just want to say, Dan, I'm real sorry, man. Really, really hope you get better soon, dude. That sounds like hell on earth, to be honest. So yeah, and then we've got Bobby K wishing Dan, wishing him well. I love the love in here, you guys. So Cheng kind of alluded to it. Fabrizio Romano's been saying some stuff, it looks like today, Jose, just jumping straight into Spurs land. I'm sure you've seen it, and I wanted to throw this up. It's just this little funny thing I made. I thought this was funny. And then it says, brace yourselves, Werner is coming. And I thought that was pretty clever. But guys, it looks like this is all but done. Signed, sealed, delivered. How are you feeling about it? And Chang, I'd like to hear what you've got to say on this one. Jose and I have talked about this a bit already. Are you excited about? Are you excited about the incoming contract? Yeah.
I am beyond excited because, and I will bring back something which I mentioned. I believe I mentioned this 48 hours earlier here on the show in a post-match after the victory against Burnley. I think I did say it was either to Jose or I believe it was Mia. Mia showed up on the show alongside me and Mr. Sroker. I mentioned that whoever Levy brings in this January transfer window, as long as Big Ange wants him, I couldn't care less if it's a defender, a midfielder, a striker, or even another backup goalkeeper. Whoever Big Ange brings in Big Ange we trust. We are going to give this new player, whether it's a loanee, a permanent signing, or whoever, we're going to give this new player our vote of confidence, our full support, and our blessings to come to N17, strut his stuff, and hit the floor running in no time. And if this person is none other than Timo Werner, whom, as I'm reading here on my screen here, the buyout clause or the buy option is merely 17 million euros. 17 million euros.
Sorry, can I break you away? Can I just break you away a second? Right. The news has just come in. The news has just come in that Franz Beckenbauer has just passed away at the age of 78. So our thoughts, although he played with Germany, our thoughts go out to Franz Beckenbauer and his family at this time. Sorry, God, Chan, as you were saying.
Rest in peace.
Wow, that really takes a stuffing out of you hearing something like that. Wow. Yeah. And to make it even more significant, and this is no pun intended, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but as Senor Garcia just broke the very, very sad news, the passing of a German legend, I really do hope that we are seeing the emergence of a new German legend coming to N17 in the form of Timo Werner. So I guess
I like that. You did a good job tying that in together. That was nice.
I mean, I'm trying my best here. I really am clutching at straws here because the moment Senor Garcia broke that, I didn't know of it. It's such a blow because we just lost a great, being slightly more than a year ago. We lost possibly what I feel is the greatest football player of all time, the passing of Pele. During last year's World Cup, he was, I'm not even going to mention Brazilian. If you're a Latino, South American, you're from the Americas, you follow football from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, you mention Pele, he's God. He is footballing God right there. And now it seems that Pele, Maradona, I can't remember which other names, but I'm just going to mention this trio now. From today onwards, it's going to be Pele, Maradona, and Beckenbauer. May this three legends of the game.
George Best.
George Best. Oh, why not the Welsh wizard? Yep, George Best.
They're all up there.
Should I say?
Bobby Charlton.
They're all up there watching.
They're all up there playing together.
Yeah, so
that's a wonderful thought. I like that. Yeah. Oh, I was just going to say, I like the idea of them all.
I really am lost focus now. Back to you, Colin and Senor Garcia.
No, you are all good.
Has he been watching Alex, Chan? Because Alex, back to you, Colin. The mic drop. Back to you, Colin.
That's it. I'm done.
It's an Alex trick.
It is, but it's good. It's a good trick. So yeah, that's horribly sad. That's horribly sad. So back to. We'll flip it back to Spurs, and I'm really good at just ignoring sad stuff and getting right back to the business. So let's just go back. Timo Werner. I think it got the Here We Go. Is that correct? You guys, it's been Here We Go.
Yeah, he's traveling. I think he's traveling tonight, and he'll have his medical. He'll be signed and delivered and sealed probably tomorrow. But Fabrizio Romano, because that's how you started the conversation, Colin.
Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano did post yesterday that this week will be a really busy week for Tottenham. And that's it. So that's all I take from it, is that obviously there's a lot of things going on at the moment. There's a lot of moving parts within the club. We discussed some of these yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, people just strap yourselves in just to be safe. I don't think it's going to be a helter-skelter ride. Just strap yourselves in just to be safe, and let's watch and see how the week pans out.
Boom. I love it. So Chang, we know you're excited about Timo Werner coming. I didn't know, so I learned a lot about him just from talking to Jose the other day. I wasn't aware. I thought he was like an out and out striker. I thought he was like the guy you stuck in the middle. He could hold up play, but I've learned that he's more of I don't want to say Richarlison-esque player, but somebody that can play across the front three, can play, on the wings. So do you think that, I guess a question for you, Cheng, is do you think Spurs are going to sign ever a proper number 9? Do you think that we need something like that in Ange's system, or do you think it works better with this kind of fluid front three we've got going right now?
So I have a very strange theory that maybe, just maybe, Timo Werner might be one of the very few rare loanees that we actually sign on a permanence at the end of his loan contract. Because, and I'm going to caveat this before I carry on, before this, on Friday evening, Friday night, when we saw Richarlison miss a head full of chances laid on the plate for him, but he either miscues his shot, he miscontrols the ball, he doesn't know which way to swivel, he has absolutely it looks like he's back to his normal self, zero awareness of the players in and around him, marking him. I really do hope having Timo Werner would actually re-galvanize and reshape Richarlison into thinking, right, this guy, Werner, he's been here before to London. He's been to N17 himself. And if Big Ange can get a tune out of him, we could be seeing the dawn of something really special that's really going to make us forget that Harry Kane ever left us. Of course, I know this is not coming from a place of arrogance, mind you. I'm trying to be very level-headed, very even-keeled, very down to earth is my statement here. But the moment Timo Werner arrives, I really am expecting big things of him. I really do hope that he will be the answer to our questions or to our search for a permanent and reliable. The most important thing here is reliable and consistent Harry Kane replacement for the long term. Back to you, Mr. Sievers and Senor Garcia.
Back to you. Here we go.
Back to you. Yes. And I mean, Jose, we talked the other day, but you're excited about this as well. Do you think that? Oh, and we've got some comments in here too. But yeah. So do you think that he'll play mostly as a winger? Do you think he'll play mostly as a striker, or do you think it'll be a float kind of position? Yourself, Jose.
So my issue was the same as what I said yesterday. With Werner comes in, there's a lot of different moving parts that it helps us out with. With Werner coming in, it means that for me, there's different ways of looking at it. One, there's competition for places up front, right? Although where we really want the competition, and I'm going to repeat again what I said yesterday, where we really want the competition is at the back in defence. So therefore, we need players in, we need the numbers in defence so we can have the competition there. We're going to have competition up front. So there's different permutations that Ange can then use, having Werner there. The other thing with Werner, then what I did say yesterday, it then opens up the possibility that there could be outgoings as well. Because, like I said yesterday, the only player that we know has definitely left the club at the moment is Hugo Lloris. If Werner is the first person to sign, his slot in the 25 is taken by Werner. If we are in for Dragusin and we are going to get Dragusin over the line, another player needs to leave that squad. We've also got the fact that we've had, unfortunately, we've had 2 players return. Their loans cancelled early and they've been returned. So Tottenham have got to be creative and think about how they keep their squad at 25 players. Bearing in mind that with this transfer window, we have to give the league a new 25-man squad by the end of the transfer window. So there's got to be a bit of movement and shakes that go on at Tottenham. I just think that Werner is the first part of a plan that they've had, because what we're hearing now is Alistair Gold, who's close to the club, said that when Ange has got players on his radar or on his list of players that he thinks could be able to help and play his football through his eyes, Werner was one of them. But Werner was not seen as somebody that was gettable now, but he was on the list for the summer. All of a sudden, Werner became available on Thursday. I saw it on Twit, as I call it. I saw it on Twit that he was becoming available, and Man United was sniffing and interested. And then on Saturday morning, Twit then blew up saying that Tottenham a pole position, near enough, signed, sealed, and delivered. And here we go, started coming out not long after that. Now, that's because Tottenham have moved in on someone that they had on their list for the summer. So therefore, it tells me that whatever they're doing at the moment, that they are organised. It's not a disorganised function like it was in the past. I actually think it's an organised function, that they've got these targets, that they've got their plans, and they will try and go and succeed in the plans that they've got. Like anyone, and this is for any team, not just Tottenham, but if something happens or someone becomes available and Tottenham are then interested, then we'll see how it goes from there. I mean, I don't think it'll be to the extent as when we bought Van der Vaart in, because Van der Vaart fell off. Where did that come from? It's as if the man fell off a cliff at Real Madrid and landed in Tottenham. So, yeah.
Time travel. Interdimensional travel, yeah.
I just think that with the Werner deal, it opens up lots of possibilities. One is, for definite, is the one it does open up is competition. So it opens up the competition places, but then I also think it opens up outgoings as well throughout the squad. I'm not necessarily going to say from up front, but there will be outgoings. We're bringing in Werner. Obviously, Veliz is injured, right?
Do we know the extent of that injury yet?
Veliz 2 months.
Okay, cool. Not as bad as he was expecting, with the way that, you know what I mean. I feel like he thought he did his ACL, so good deal.
Yeah, he's got 2. I don't know exactly, but I know it's 2 months is what Postecoglou said the other day. But then we've just had Scarlett come back from his loan. We recalled him back though from that loan. It wasn't me who said that. We recalled him back. Sonny's gone, right? Solomon I think is coming back from injury. So yeah, there's going to be a lot. I think that this month there's going to be a lot of moving parts. Honestly, I think this is the first part of a lot of moving parts. And there'll be players that will be going out, whether it's sold, on loan, contracts terminated, whatever it is. There's going to be moving parts, and I'm hoping that we're not just stopping at Werner and a centre back. I want to see if we could bring in 4 players this month. I would be really pleased.
I've been saying 3 the whole time, but 4 would be exceptional.
But one of the other 2 has to be, for me, another centre back.
Yeah,
another centre back is what I'd say straight away.
Definitely. Okay, so real quick. Oh no, Chang, go for it. You.
Oh, sorry. I just need to add something very quick to what Senior Garcia just mentioned. Speaking of those centre backs, are we going to touch on the sudden loan announcement for Ashley Phillips?
We
Yeah,
are.
we've got that coming up.
Absolutely.
We've got that coming up.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Because looking at our current defensive lineup, now that we have to add Ben Davies to the injury list, and with Romero still not being available anytime soon this month in January, we are looking at possibly Van der Ven, the only recognizable centre back in our senior squad, to start away against Manchester United. Now, whether Ashley Phillips's exit is going to signal the entry of another new centre back to join up with Werner for the first time at N17 this week remains to be seen. But I really, really am hoping for a new centre back. Hopefully, getting another, here we go, within the next 24 to 48 hours. But if we are to stand any chance of keeping a clean sheet, I'm not even hoping for a win. I'm not even hoping for a draw or even a win yet. But let's just talk about a solid defensive performance away at Old Trafford against Manchester United in roughly 10 days time from now, I guess it was. I really do hope we bring in another centre back to partner Mickey van der Ven in defence, beside our regular fullbacks, which has certainly got to be Udogi on the left and Poro on the right. Over to you.
Okay,
Yes.
so just want to say that instead of having that about being monetized, just remind people that if people do want to become members, it's pinned to the chat. Talking Beer said if Werner can finish and get into a good position, he will do it here first. Ellie saying RIP, one of the best cultured footballers of the generation, Franz Beckenbauer, a brilliant footballer and captain, one of our very greats.
Absolutely true. Absolutely.
Got a lot of inter-chatting going on. Bob Down Under said, remember France captain in West Germany against Australia in 1974 World Cup, beat us 3-0. They went on to win the World Cup against the Netherlands. We've got Drula saying hello to us. We've got Rakesh saying hello to us. We've got Quez Ali saying hello to us.
Quez, what's up, brother?
We got Chris Peters asking. It says he likes the shirt that I'm wearing. Drula saying
That's a good shirt.
She's read that Romero will be fit for Man United. And whose news is coming? Timo Werner can go straight into the side. Ilian Jr. maybe sits nicely next to him. Dragusin and Leite Bade are two centre backs. Leite Bade plays for Sevilla. Yeah, there's news through Twitter as well that Leite Bade is going to be another one that they're looking at. So yeah.
Hey.
So there we are. So what have you got next for us, Carl?
Well, next, I just wanted to talk about Eric Dier for a moment. I have this link here, but So basically, though, Eric Dier, there's no smoke without fire, right? So I feel like you guys have probably heard, the rumors that he might be
Bayern Munich. I just want to know what you guys thought of that. Do you think there's anything actually to that? We've got more to talk about defenders after this, but we have one that looks to be actively maybe leaving. I know he hasn't gotten much game time in this season, but when called upon or when things are especially thin, he does get game time. We'll start with Chang, if you don't mind, Chang. Do you think that there's any substance to these rumors of Dier?
Okay, yeah. Now, I really do not. Now, before you even get into the substance, or rather, if there any truth to this Eric Dier rumors, okay, I have to mention my utter disgust and my distaste for certain German journalists, if he can even call himself that. This person is none other than Plettigol, or as I would call him, Petty Goal. If Petty Goal is reporting this, if he is indeed acting as the mouthpiece for Bayern Munich once again, just as he did half a year ago when he very actively and rather unprofessionally pursued Harry Kane on Bayern Munich's behalf, then I would say that there is some truth, there is some substance, there is some backing to what he's claiming, that Bayern Munich are seriously interested in Eric Dier. Although, and please hear me out first, people in the chat, before you bash me in the messages. Of all the teams that I want Eric Dier to be sold to, I really do hope it's not Bayern Munich, and hear me out why, okay? If he really does go to Bayern Munich and Harry Kane really does get an English-speaking mate for him to bond with and really for him to just hang out with over there at Bayern Munich, he may actually wind up staying there even longer than what we hope he will. Because deep down inside here, very deep down in my heart of hearts, I really am wishing for a Harry Kane return. There is somewhere in here and in here that is hoping, however low the possibility or however rare it is for people like him to come back to us, if he does do a Jermaine Defoe or even a Jurgen Klinsmann or even a Teddy Sheringham and comes back to the fold, just the way I never thought I would ever see Bale come back to play for Spurs. If he does come back for Spurs somewhere along the line, I really hope Eric Dier going over to Bayern Munich isn't going to hold him back from coming back. That's how little I want Dier to go to Bayern Munich. Make no mistake, I still want Dier to leave, okay? I'm going to make it very plain and clear as day that I still want Dier to leave, just not over to Bayern Munich where Kane can finally have an English-speaking mate to just hang out and chill with and even help him settle. Because we've all seen the photos. We've seen Harry Kane's social media post where he was openly thanking the hotel staff. He's not even thanking Bayern Munich staff. He's thanking his temporary lodging, the hotel staff, for their efforts and their help in helping him settle in Munich in Germany. So now that he's gone from the hotel, he's all by himself. Let him be by himself for as long as humanly possible at Bayern Munich without an English-speaking partner over there. And we all pray for the quick return of Harry Kane back to N17. And with that, back to you, gentlemen.
And as you come back to us, we have with us, we say we come from around the world. We have another worldly man to come and impart his greatness on our show. Welcome, the impressive and massive Bobby K.
Bobby K.
Well, you were talking about me?
Si, senor. Si, senor.
Who else? Who else?
Yeah, who else?
Gentlemen, good morning. Happy New Year to you. Nice to see you for the first time this year. Happy New Year to everybody in the chat. Happy Monday morning. So,
can I please very quickly say, what an honor, what a privilege, and what a joy to finally be able to share the same screen with
Jack,
you.
You trying to make me blush, buddy? You trying to make me blush, man? It's working. It's working. Keep it up.
He gets me too all the time.
Keep it up, buddy.
Keep
it up.
This comes from a place of
privilege is mine, brother.
Joy. There is no fake modesty here. No false modesty.
You're making me blush, honestly, buddy. Your kind words. Stop. Honestly,
okay,
man.
All right.
If I wasn't brown, I'd be red right now.
Just back to the show.
That's kind of you, Chang. Thank you for that, man. That's very nice of you, man. Pleasure is mine to be on here with you, man. And of course, these two fine gentlemen up at the top. Hopefully, you all had a good holiday season and Santa was good to everybody.
Yeah.
Santa did me well. Santa did me well for sure. Got moved into the new crib.
Yes, congrats, man. Nice. I like the flag up behind you. Is that a poster or a flag? What is that?
It's like a canvas thing that my mom gave me. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I need to rearrange everything a bit, but I just put it up.
Oh, they're two separate. Are they two separate things? The Spurs flag.
Yeah.
Oh, because the way you got them set up and the same, I thought there was all one big picture. Had you not said nothing, buddy, I would have thought it was one piece.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna
looks good though. Looks good.
Scarf above it. Yeah. It's a work in progress, you know. But,
nice,
but I got my own office in here now, so yeah, life's really good.
Yeah,
but,
there you go.
Yes.
Just got Ellie saying the shows have been
poor
keeping
Ellie.
her sane.
Ellie, hope you feel better, Eddie.
Yeah, Daniel too. Say, I hope he's comfortable. Talking beer. Bell just felt different. Kane felt personal.
I get that.
Respect your opinion, Chan, tremendously, but I just disagree. And then you've got him
Loving the
again.
kit there, Chang. Nice. Okay. No shit, buddy.
And then you got Smithy
It's
coming
already
in
in place.
saying hello to us all.
Hey, Smithy.
Yo,
what's
what's up, Smithy? Hope you're doing better, man. Smithy's another person that's not been feeling great.
No way. Hopefully
it's
he's
getting
okay by
it's
Friday
getting
night.
better,
He's going to
brother.
be on Coov the Keg.
No,
yeah.
Smithy's on his way to getting better. He actually messaged us the other day
good.
to say he's getting better. So that's good.
Hell yeah. Good deal, Smithy. Good deal. But yeah,
So sorry, fellas, I've cut your conversation off and completely sidetracked you here. Where were we at? What were we on?
Basically, I was just asking Chang, and now I'll ask you as well. Do you think that there's any like actual substance to this Dier to Bayern rumor?
Well, there's a lot of heat behind it, that's for sure. And when you look at all the different sources that it's coming out of, it's a little bit believable. When you see when you see some of the rumors and where they come from, you see the sources, and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's the same people just printing stuff for the sake of printing something. And then when you see it consistently through some reliable news sources, then you kind of got to wonder about it. But it's like anything with me, with Tottenham. I've gotten to the point where I believe a lot of our fans have, and until it happens, it's just talk. Until I see it happen, either way, us buying a player or us selling a player, until they're holding another jersey or until the player's holding our jersey, I don't believe it. So I believe it's going to happen. I'm kind of hoping it does, only because my son is a massive Dier fan, of course, as everybody knows. My deluded child, poor thing that he is.
You just want to hurt his feelings?
Yeah, well, it's funny, as this is sitting beside me. He got this for Christmas.
Oh my god! That is
So,
awesome.
anyways, so his favorite player of all time is Neuer, and of course, he's a big Harry Kane fan. So this kind of would be almost the ideal situation to comfort him in this. If he is going to have his favorite player,
he does have to
leave his favorite team. It's kind of going to his second favorite team. So that's the only good thing about it. But I think that the number is around 5 million, which is, I'm surprised it's that high considering he's free this summer, isn't he?
Yeah, correct.
So can't he sign on a free technically right now for another club and go there for summer? No.
You can speak to. He can't speak to any Premiership clubs. He can only speak to foreign clubs. Anyone in the last 6 months can only speak to clubs from another league or where they're in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he could sign with Bayern now for free and go there in the summer. Yeah. But so basically, we're asking them to pay 5 million to accelerate that process.
Yeah, I think the fact is, because
I don't think we're going to get that.
No, we won't.
Considering they know, and everybody in the world knows, we're not playing this guy.
I think they can drag it because they're not, because they've got a winter break, Bobby, as well in Germany at the moment. The fact that they've got the winter break as well means that they're not in no rush, so to speak, to get someone in. And the longer they leave it throughout the month, the price comes down. Yeah. So if they're going to have to pay Tottenham anything, it would have lowered towards the end of the month.
I'd be surprised if we were getting 3.5 at best.
I'd be happy with none.
If he's not going to be played, I'm going to have to agree with that, Colin. Considering we see the fact that he's not going to get any time. Our right back and left back are playing center back before he does. That tells you something right there. Even after they have 4 games, they're starting again before him. So how shit must Ange think you are to not even live? Man, that's like, it's brutal. I almost feel bad for him. But sorry, I just wanted to go back to the Werner thing quickly here, because I know you guys are a little bit excited about it and stuff, but this guy was shit, man. This guy was shit.
For Chelsea, you mean?
Absolutely dog shit when he was in Chelsea. He was horrible in the Premier League. This guy couldn't hit the side of a barn, man. He was dreadful.
Brace yourselves.
I don't understand
Werner
what the excitement is about. I really don't. You guys know me. I'm Mr. Deluded and positive 99.9% of the time, and I'll get behind players that I even got behind Ndombele before the beginning of the season, thinking that Andrew might be able to get a tune out of him, and I was really excited to see maybe this guy will finally flourish into what we had hoped he would become, and we'll see how that worked out. But with Werner, to me, it's if Sonny wasn't going and Solomon wasn't hurt, I honestly I'd rate Brian Hill over him.
The fact that he was on Ange's
Johnson over him.
list.
I'd take Solomon over him. I just think this guy is just utterly shit. He had a few fantastic years in Germany, got his move to England, was utter garbage, and since he's gone back, his stats haven't been that great either. But when if people want to sit here and compare, then they're going to say, well, look at Richie's numbers. All right, well, in comparison, then yeah. But then, so we're saying we want another Richie? We're okay with that?
And I think the whole point is, that Ange has kind of a ultra attacking system that I think that Werner would fit well into.
But the guy, call it, doesn't matter what system. The bottom line is this guy in the box can't put the ball in the net.
Yeah,
I don't care what position you play him in, what system you put him in. The bottom line is, as a striker, as a forward, when he's in the box, he can't put the ball in the net.
So we have to think.
So what is the purpose of him?
Was the good years in Germany a fluke? Were the good years in Germany a fluke, and then the Chelsea form his actual ability?
Players move and they either flourish and they explode. Look at Mo Salah. Was in England, Chelsea didn't do well. Went to Roma, got fantastic, came back and is a god now. And then you look at other players. Look at all the players that were validated.
That sounds like Werner, though, right?
Jovic or something his name was, the other striker.
Yeah,
Valovic, him.
Yeah.
Werner. These guys all were coming up around the same time. And all of them were touted to be the next fantastic thing. And look at all of them.
Yeah, the most solid
so you don't know what's
comparison was great, though, because Mo Salah was shit for a while.
But that's what I'm hoping happens.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as a Spurs fan, I'm hoping that happens. I hope this kid makes me look so dumb that everybody can say it's actually verified. Bobby K absolutely knows nothing about football or Tottenham.
So Bobby's hoping that the Chelsea link and what Salah's done since he left Chelsea and what Kevin De Bruyne did since he left Chelsea
there's another great one.
Will rub off and we'll get the same Werner.
And we know Chelsea's a shit. Chelsea's a shit show with a manager change every
when
season.
He was there, they weren't though.
See, my memory.
And he scored some good goals against us. But the thing is, he's just such an inconsistent player, and I don't want another Richie. I don't want another player that I have hope for. I want a player that I don't have to have hope for. I want a player that's going to, deliver. I don't want to hope you're going to deliver. I want to know you can. That's all I'm asking for, right? Yes, you can, Julie. You can.
You have you read it, Cole? From your
No, sorry. What did it say? What did it say? Oh, I need to buy curtains for that front window. Yes, you do.
Get that bright spot there. Yeah.
I have a coat. I have a jacket hanging over it right now. Yeah, definitely.
You know what's funny? I didn't even really notice it until she brought it up, and now that you just did that and moved, I'm just gonna keep staring at it, and it's gonna drive me nuts. Thank you. Just sit like that the whole show, not just sit like that. Here, I'll do the same, buddy.
Yeah, there we go.
If I hadn't keep a lid on my OCD, I might actually do just that, Mr. Bobby. I might actually do what you're actually suggesting if it wasn't for me keeping a lid on my OCD.
Let's see if there's any way you could turn. No, can't move them.
And then you've got Sushan. When the hell are we going to buy centre back? Where is Dragusin? Are we getting to Lima? What is happening? We play United on the 14th.
Sorry, guys, I have to take this. Sorry.
That's all right. With such a shitty defence. Your mum says Werner equals cheap plus not injured. Talking Beer says he wants Santi Jimenez.
He's a good player. I don't blame him.
But will he be sold? That's the thing. Would Jimenez want to come at all in the first place? If we were to get someone else, I would sincerely rather go for Jota over Jimenez.
You'd rather go for it.
Do you know what? I don't know whether I don't know. Listen, if we've gone for Werner, there must be a reason that we've gone for Werner and press the trigger on Werner rather than Jota, because everyone was saying that Jota can be an easy deal to do, right? But we've pressed and we've loaded the gun and we fired our first shot, and our first shot's been for Werner. So there must be a reason behind that. Now, a lot of people, we're all fans and we all have differing opinions. And a lot of people say, yeah, he does fit Ange's system. A lot of people say he doesn't. A lot of people will say that he fitted Ange's system in Scotland. But that necessarily may not, that we may have tweaked the system that we play here at Tottenham, or that the leagues are so different that Jota may not fit the system here in Tottenham. I don't know. We don't know. We can only speculate. But to me, it's interesting that we fired the first shot and went for Werner rather than Jota.
Yeah, no, that is a very good point. And maybe if money is an issue, which I don't, we've been hearing obviously that there's no money. But if money is an issue, maybe that's part of why we went with this. I hate to say it like that because, nobody likes these cheap Levy signings. But the fact that he was on Big Ange's list makes me leagues more confident than I would be if it was, if we had heard that Ange had to be talked into him, or that, he wasn't in the original plan. So the fact that he was on the list of players that Ange wanted is wonderful. Makes me feel much better about the situation. And I hope that it's the same. I'm sure it's the same for you guys as well. If the manager, like Chang was saying, manager wants him, bring him on, bring him in. And he clearly wanted him. So yeah, let's all cheer him on, Ellie. Absolutely. Ellie gets behind the Spurs players 100%. Santi wants to move to a bigger league. I've watched him in a CONCACAF with Mexico. He was the one bright spot in that squad. He is scary good. It's only a matter of time before he is a superstar. Talking Beer, I always respect your opinion. He Talking Beer knows his stuff. So, yeah. Well, sorry, Jose, I cut you off.
No, it's fine. Talking Beer, listen, I've got no doubts that he's a good player. The thing is Operation Jimenez, Operation Tony, Operation Vlahovic, Operation these big names cannot take place in the winter window. The only way operation of any of these names takes place is if you stump up heavy readies. So if Feyenoord won 60 for Jimenez, yeah, you'll be paying 80, at minimum of 80 in this window.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If Brentford wanted 80 for Tony, you're paying 100. They'll sell him now. Otherwise, these clubs are holding on to their players. It's far easier to do a deal for big operations in the summer than what it is in the winter.
Funny that you said that. Hasper just posted that Brentford won 100 million.
Hi, Has. How you, mate?
Hey,
right?
What's up, Has? But yeah, it's funny that he just said that right as you did. But yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about Santi to say anything definitive. I don't watch a whole lot of the Mexican national team, so I can't say whether or not
the Mexican national team always have, and have always had, a really good striker, or a really good centre midfielder, or a really good centre back. So for me, talking beer, I like Andres Guardado. I thought he was a great player. You got Chiquirito, who was a good striker for Mexico. Raul Jimenez, before he had the accident with his head in there, although he looks like he's coming back to play into form, is a good player. And then you had the boy, he was really young. He played for Barcelona, wore the number 4 shirt, centre back, and he played for Barcelona for years. Really elegant football playing centre half he was. He was also from Mexico as well. So Mexico down the spine.
Rafa Marquez.
Rafa Marquez, that's it. Marquez, number 4.
Yeah.
So down the spine, Mexico have always had good players down the spine of their team. And I've got no reason to say that Jimenez is not another one.
Yeah.
Jimenez is a great player until he banged his head. Unfortunately, he hasn't been the same since.
No, they're talking about Jimenez from Feyenoord.
Oh yeah,
the young kid. Yeah.
Yep.
But don't you guys think that with this deal being done, that we're not going to probably look at another forward? The only positive with the Werner deal that I really see is sorry, I don't know if you guys have already had this conversation.
Go for it, man. No, you're good.
Okay, so the only thing, the big positive I see out of this is that it saves us money, and it leaves us money to go and buy now. So get that goddamn center back. We obviously need now with Ben Davies out as well. Come on, man.
Exactly, and so that's a perfect segue into
ridiculous.
An injury to Davis, Phillips on loan, talk of Dier leaving. That can only mean one thing, right?
Logically.
Yeah.
We're signing the goalkeeper.
Talking about Tottenham, man. Yeah, no shit, Jose.
We're signing a number 2 to challenge Vicario.
Good God.
No, Jed Spence came back. We're gonna go sign another right back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. We have to talk about that too. Don't let me forget to talk about Jed Spence. I'll put a note in here. But yeah, so you guys, I mean, we've heard talk about Dragusin. We've heard talk this man right here, this Viking of a human being. We've heard talks of him coming into the club, but there's been talks within the last day or two of Bayern being interested. There's been talks of, I think it was another Italian club being interested. So I don't know. It's tough, and I know that none of us we're all just guessing here to a certain extent. But do you guys think that the Dragusin deal is dead in the water, or do you think that we're still pushing for it? I'll go to Jose first because I haven't asked Jose a question yet.
What are you asking me about the
Dragusin deal? I just want to know.
Leaving. Right. Okay. Yeah. With all these people leaving, listen. Everything points to Rome, as I say. Everything is pointing to Rome at the moment, and I believe, mind you, that Tottenham were going for Raya and we got Vicario. We've been all led to believe that we were going for Jota, we got Werner. So there's a lot of these different things that are going on, and I think there's moving parts all the time. But I sincerely hope that a lot of the more credible journos out there are saying that this is near enough a done deal. We're in the final throes, where a lot of the scattergun people are saying that Dragusin is now being chased by 3 other clubs, and other clubs have entered the fray, and Bayern Munich, your AC Milan, your Napolis, everyone else has got involved and stuff like that. And they're not coming from the tier 1 journos. The tier 1 journos are all saying the same thing, and they're saying that we're in the last throes of getting him in. But me personally, I would like to see 2 centre-backs come in, not just the one. But I don't know whether that's too far-fetched. I think it depends on other moving parts throughout this month. But Dragusin, I can see it happening. Yeah,
I can too. And like you said, very good point about the quality of the journalists coming out with these stories. It's weird that, for me though, it's just weird to think about the Bayern link. So Bayern are interested in Dier, but they're also interested in a player much better than Dier. It's like, where are their priorities? What are they trying to, what are they trying to achieve? That's a weird link for me.
Trying to screw with Levy.
Maybe so. After the Kane deal, you think? You think that we've
taste of his own medicine?
Yeah, it could be. I also wonder how much we've got Paratici at the Paratici cooking, just getting names out there to kind of. What if we sign, what if we sign the bloke from Fulham? You know what I mean? Why can't I think of his name right now? It's Adebayo. What if we get Tosin in? You know what I mean? I just think that we'll definitely get at least one defender.
Colin, look at this Werner deal. It came out of nowhere. Let's just hope something like that happens.
Exactly.
That's all we could do.
But I think Dragusin's going to happen. Like Jose was saying, I think Dragusin's pretty much a done deal. But with that said, you guys said that you wanted a second. Two central defenders would be the best. Is there anybody that you guys have in mind that you would like to see brought to the club, that you think is likely to be brought to the club?
Anybody that Ange will play.
I haven't heard any more Tosin rumors since the summer, so I don't think that's.
I have a theory. If you guys want to hear it. Because this theory actually has something to do with Eric Dier leaving, or any of our other homegrown players. If Eric Dier counts as homegrown, I'm not sure. But if you're looking for a homegrown replacement, Lloyd Kelly. I'm just going to put it up there.
You've been saying it, yeah. That's been your choice for a while.
I've been saying this since my debut. I've been saying Lloyd Kelly since my debut more than a fortnight ago, and I'll still stick to it. Lloyd Kelly as the replacement centre back and also as a homegrown replacement.
I want to see when Lloyd Kelly's due back from injury.
But we've got 11 homegrown players, so we haven't got an issue with homegrown at the moment. And the homegrown players, out of all our homegrown players, the only players that we're looking to farm out is probably Jed Spence, because Rodon doesn't class as homegrown. Dyer's not homegrown. Yeah. Reguilon's not homegrown, so some of the players that we're looking to move on are not home. So the homegrown quota is not a problem at the moment. You've got Chris Peters saying Dragusin wants to play in the Premier League.
Hey, Chris.
Who wouldn't?
Chris Ali's saying the like Bade rumours, which has started appearing, and then you've got Ellie saying like Bade again.
I've never heard of him. I need to look this up.
What was
Sorry,
that
I'm
other
behind.
kid? That other center back? That's what is it? Atletico? What was that kid's name? Was it Jimenez?
Atletico Madrid, Bilbao.
Madrid.
They've got a Jimenez, but Jimenez is
the center back.
Jimenez, yeah, but he's a lot older.
That's
though,
Jose. That's Jose Jimenez. Are you talking about Jose Jimenez?
I was going to say he's a lot older. He's got to be in his 30s. The one I'm thinking of from Atletico Madrid, Jimenez.
I guess if we get,
There was
I
a
guess
kid
if we
in
got
Spain
one,
we were looking at too. Maybe I'm mixing things up.
Well, Sevilla, this like Bade, who's at Sevilla at the moment, he played for Rennes. So he played for Le Havre, Lens, then Rennes. From Rennes, he was sent to Nottingham Forest on loan. Never made an appearance last season at all for Nottingham Forest. He was then called back from loan and went to Sevilla on loan. He's made 19 appearances on loan, and now Sevilla have signed him. So I'm a bit dubious as the player went to Forest when Forest bought 1 million players in, and he never got one Premiership start. So I'm a bit dubious. And the other thing is, I don't know much about him. I'm having to look up to read about him because I don't know much about him, and that's how I know that he didn't play for Forest. But I must say, from the football that I've seen in Spain, it's not someone that's stuck out to me like Bade. It may be that he's a good player, but I don't know.
we know that Ange likes to sign younger players, and as a team, Tottenham in general kind of likes to sign players with resale value. But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we end up with we end up with Dragusin, and then maybe an older guy. Maybe we get an older presence that's still got a little bit left in the tank. You know what I mean, to kind of help fill in the gaps. I mean, if you guys are saying that we need 2 defenders, which I completely agree with, I don't see us splashing the cash on 2 great defenders. So I could easily see us getting one, expensive defender, and then maybe somebody towards the end of their career that's in their prime. Maybe and I don't know if you guys think that's likely, but I wouldn't be too surprised. Yeah.
So I've got people telling me here that Sevilla need money. Talking beer, I know they need money, and his release fee clause is something like 55 million euros, but they're prepared to accept a bid of 30 or 35. I don't know. He's a young player. He's 23 years old. The only curious part for me is he came to the Premiership with Nottingham Forest, and he wasn't played once, and he was sent back. They sent him back, and then he was loaned to Sevilla because he didn't play one game for Forest. Now, it could well be that he might have been injured. I'm not sure. I just know that he didn't make an appearance, and to me, it seems a bit...
Yeah, it's a red flag for sure.
Yeah, because he didn't make an appearance. That's all I can say on that.
Real quick, just wanted to say...
Sorry, Callum Roach saying, pretty sure Rodon's homegrown. I don't think he is. I think he comes under Welsh, the same as Ben Davies does. Barca need the money. Christiansen's been linked with other clubs. Man United and someone else have linked him. Aruna Sangate from Le Havre mentioned and looks decent, but don't know if we'd go for 4 foreign centre-backs. Listen, to me, I don't care whether they're foreign or whether they're English. As long as they're good and they can play Ange's system and they bolster what we've always needed for the last 5 years is defence, then bring them in, as far as I'm concerned. If they're good enough, bring them in.
Yeah, agreed, 100%, 100%. As long as Big Ange is signed off on him, I'm happy. I'm very happy. But yeah, guys, we've talked about some transfer stuff. Have I missed anything? So I've been away from the computer for a long time. Has there been anything I've missed? Has anyone heard anything about Jota, for example? Has there been any more rumors?
Okay, I have an interesting tidbit here. This is nothing to do with transfers, but it has a big bearing on one of our players, and this player is currently away on international duty. If you look at Pape Matar Sarr's Instagram, he posted a photo of himself running and warming up for Senegal 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago, Pape Matar Sarr posted a photo of him warming up for Senegal. So I think that is a good sign. He is fit and well. he wasn't really feeling too much of a strain when he was taken off. Let's not forget when he was taken off against Bournemouth. So
He
good
was
thing.
crying. I was worried it was something really bad just because of
because of his reaction. Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you, I mean, I'm just gonna turn this around. Okay, I'm just gonna show it to you. See if you can see this. Okay. Let me see now. Oh no, yep. No, it's not doing so good. Hang on.
No
Hang on,
worries,
just give me a
no
second.
worries.
Yep. This should be better. Can you see this?
Yeah, there
Is
he
this
is.
better? Pape
Yeah,
Matar Sarr
yeah.
for Senegal. If you can see this is from his official Twitter. So it's looking good. It's looking good, guys. So let's hope, let's pray. Let us all pray together that he comes back unscathed and uninjured. All right.
So,
Yes,
so David Clark's just
Hope
made
so.
a comment that we've missed his comment, and that we obviously don't want about leaving. No, we do read out comments, but at the moment,
so-
because we've now got memberships and we've become busier, we're going to read the members' comments first before we read anybody else's. So David Clark's comment is: if Levy didn't have his fingerprints all over the Dragusin deal, we would have been done. Any Spurs fans who think the deal is being done by a new recruitment team, you're deluded. So there you go, David. We have read it out for you.
Yes, and thank you for calling me deluded. I do appreciate that. Okay, so back to the talk. Yeah, I mean, we're clearly bringing some defenders in. I don't think that we need. So Jose, you were talking about 4 players that you wanted in. We've got Werner, that's 1. Say Dragusin is 2. What other 2 positions do we need? We need another defender, so that would be 3. Where would your 4th player be?
Surprise me, you know, one of these that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, that just kind of falls out of the sky. So I guess I'll pose the same question to our 2 guests as well. First of all, how many players do you think we're getting in, and then what positions would you like them in? And we'll start with Bobby K.
What I want or what's actually going to happen?
What about like a mix?
I ideally at a minimum 3. I hope and pray best case scenario. I think 2 more with Werner already coming in.
I was gonna say 3's been
from my understanding, he's at 135K as well. It's not like even though we've got him on a loan, it's you know, pricey loan
not
deal,
free.
So,
Yeah,
well, I'm sure we're only going to be paying half of that or less, whatever. I don't know how that works out, but if we don't get a center back in, then this is all for naught. We're clearly not backing Ange. It's ridiculous at that point.
Well, like this, like with the banner, yeah. Davis is out. Phillips on loan. Dyer's gonna leave.
Romero's out. Van de Ven's out. Like,
right?
Come on.
There has to be at least one
Valise
defender.
is out. Alejo Valise is out.
Yeah,
So-
I wouldn't be surprised if we see 2 big name defender signings come in. I don't know if the Todibo deal is dead.
No, that's not going to happen because now with Ratcliffe over at United, he has
Yeah,
partial
but-
ownership of that
but
club,
who wa-
right? So
who
they're going to
wants to
sell
go-
to
but-
United.
But nobody wants to go there. I mean, United's a club in free fall right now. You know what I mean? Like, do you think a player would choose to go there over Spurs at the moment? I mean, the money
Who knows,
would be
man?
much better.
They got the money and the history too, right? They've still got clout, so
Yeah.
it's hard to say, right? And
Ellie makes a good point here that we keep talking about we keep talking about how we have 1 over the line, but we only have 1 over the line if he passes his medical. So that I think that's set for either today or tomorrow. So fingers crossed. I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh, look at this. Ellie said she heard that Romero is back from the Man United match. 100%. That is what we need.
let's hope so. But I don't want anybody rushed, and this is the problem that we're forced to rush players because we don't have anybody else.
Yeah. No, I fully agree.
So, going back to answer your question, a center back for sure at bare minimum, and ideally, just I know I'm going to probably get a bit of flack for this, but a striker or a proper winger. I just don't have any faith in Werner, man.
I get it. I get it.
I don't. I want somebody that's actually gonna. I want a proper frigging number 9 in there, man. Go get Vlahovic. Go get a big bastard and put him right there. You know, that Gift Orban's having a shit season all of a sudden. Maybe his value's decreased and he just needs to kick up the arse and he can come over and do what he did the year before that had everybody that put him on everybody's radar. You know, let's maybe we could do a cheeky deal like that, something like that. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I've center back, proper striker for me.
Guys, look who
German.
dropped in.
Hey,
Ash is
Hi,
here.
Bobby.
Hey,
Hi,
Ash, how are you?
Colin. Hi, Chai.
Happy New
Is that
Year.
Jose? I'm guessing that's Jose.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jose's
the wife and
back.
the dogs and the family are home. So yeah, the wife's put him to work. Oh, there he is.
Jose. Yes, Ash. Ash, it's so good to see you. How have you been?
Yeah, I
First
just
of all,
finished work. It's been a long day. I hate Americans. They ruin everyone's timelines. I love you, Colin, and I
I hate Americans, but I love you, Colin. I
hey,
hate
I'm-
everybody
yeah,
else in your country.
that's fine. As long as you're cool with me, we're good. I don't like Americans either, so we're fine. We're fine. But no, Ash, so good to have you. We've just been talking about transfer junk and rumors and stuff. One of the main ones that I was talking about was, first of all, you've seen, I'm sure, the that Werner's coming. That looks like that Werner's a done deal. Are you excited about that? Does that signing excite you at all? Are you worried? Do you think that it's like purely a Levy signing? Do you think supposedly Big Ange had him on his list?
I understand it. Okay, that's how I put it. I understand the signing. I can't say it's something that excites me. I'd rather see us working towards getting someone for the future. But you never know. It might it's a short duration. It might work out, and if it works out, it's not that big of a loss to us. But it just, to me, a good January signing is Bentancur and Kulusevski. That's the sort of January window I'd like, where you're building for the future. I'm not sure with Werner we're doing that. So I would have rather we were doing that, but I'm ambivalent to this signing. I'm not the kind of person who's like, I don't want him in my club, get him out of here. This is just stinks of Levy. But I'd have rather we'd have worked towards something.
I get that. I do like the fact that we have an option to purchase, so it's not just that he's a loan for half a season. I think that's a good thing. And like I was saying, and if this is true, and he really was on Ange's list of players that they wanted, and at the beginning of the show, Jose was saying that it didn't look like he was going to be available until the summer, and he's become available. We've grabbed him. As long as Ange wants him, I'm 100% down.
That's the thing, right, Colin? Like Ashley Phillips. We got Ashley Phillips, and everyone was like, "Oh, maybe Ange wants him." Because every transfer we get in, we have to assume that the manager's on board. But Ashley Phillips is going on loan, so clearly the manager doesn't fancy him as much as we thought. So
Very good point.
we can't say for sure who Ange wanted and who he didn't. Also, because the man is class, he's not going to be like Conte and be like, "I didn't want Jed Spence." He's not going to do that. So once a player is his, I think he puts 100% into making that player better and working with that player. So I respect that about him. But that also means that as fans, we don't actually know what's happening behind the scenes.
It's a good
I think
point.
a lot of people put, and I agree with what you're saying, Ash, because a lot of people put 2 and 2 and made 7 because he's the player that we bought. Okay, it's a £2 million deal, but because we bought him and he was England under 19 captain and we bought him, everyone thought he would be the next cab off the rank if needed. But if we listen to Adrian and people that go to watch the under 21 games, they've said that Dorrington has looked the better player than Phillips. And the fact that Phillips has now gone out on loan and Dorrington hasn't probably speaks volumes for the people who've gone to see these players with their eyes.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And I think the loan deal is going to be good for Ash Phillips. I mean, he's come from he was in a League One side before he came here.
Championship with Blackburn, and he's gone to Championship with Plymouth.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, still,
Yes,
he'll get some more
Argyle.
time. Yeah, which is I love that name. That's a wonderful name. But anyway, so I mean, he'll go there. He'll get minutes. Hopefully, he'll be a starter. We just need him to consistently get playing time so that we know what player that we've got. Playing against grown men. I know the U21s that you're allowed to field. 2 players over the age of 21, something like that. But still, I can't wait to see what he can do week in, week out, and really get some games under his belt. And maybe he'll turn out great for the future. But I understand what you're saying. We all thought Ange wanted him. Now he's going on loan. So what does that say about the signing? I don't know. It's a really good point that you bring up, Ash. But I'm 100% behind Timo Werner, just because, for one, what choice do I have, really? A, and B, I don't know. I watched a couple highlight videos, you guys. And I know that those can make Ndombele look good, and they have. But he's got something about him. I think that in and around the box, he's going to be good. I think what you're worried about mostly is finishing. His finishing, right, Bobby?
Everything. He's shit.
I just can't. I think
shit. He's
Can I
shit.
just say,
sorry. I'm. Guys, I've said it already.
Sorry, Bobby. We're new.
Sorry,
we're new to this, right? So, are we allowed to swear now that we're an hour and 10 minutes in?
Yeah.
You can swear after 10 minutes. You just can't use the C word. That's the one word. If you're monetized, you cannot use that all through the whole show. I don't think.
We've never had to say
drop. You can drop F-bombs after the 10-minute.
We've never had to say this before, Bobby.
Yeah.
This is new. This is new for us.
What are you trying to say? Yeah, I've heard Ash swear. I've heard Ash. Okay.
You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for Ash. She is. Yeah.
Ash with F this, F that.
Talks like a sailor for sure. Yeah. Absolutely, guys. We've got 46 people in the house. Hit the like, everybody. Hit the like.
Definitely hit the like. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I really, really do hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he's any better than what we have already with Richie. He's worse off, man. I hope I'm wrong.
I'm actually on the Bobby side of the argument. Like,
really?
More on that side than I am on with the.
See, I told you she's bad.
I don't know, you guys. I wasn't impressed or excited at first, but yesterday.
That's why I say I hope he's a Salah, man. I hope he's a Salah. I hope he's ostracized from De Bruyne. I hope he's ostracized from Chelsea, goes somewhere else, come back and says, you know what, I'm going to stick it in your faces now. Right?
Imagine if he comes on and scores. Imagine if he starts or comes on and scores against Man U. How would we all feel then?
I'm going to go buy a Werner jersey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ultimately, Jose, that's what we want.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But the sad reality is we are hoping that's what we get.
True.
I don't want to keep hoping for players to achieve. I want somebody to come in that we know can achieve. That's all I'm saying. I want somebody that's going to come in and we know is going to hit the ground running and actually get something done.
Having said that, I think you will more than welcome Harry Kane back, right, Bobby?
Welcome Harry Kane back. I'll fly to Germany and pick his ass up.
Guys,
and I'm cheap, man. I wouldn't even pay for my kids to fly somewhere, but I'm willing to go pick up Harry.
You heard it here first on Tuck and Ball, everybody. What Mr. Bobby Kang just said.
I'll go tear up those lederhosen for you, Bobby.
There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I can't wait to see. I can just imagine Kane. Kane will look so goofy in one of those. Oh my god! But real quick,
he's already worn them and eaten German sausages while wearing them.
Let me Google this. I'm gonna have to Google it. But real quick, just wanted to say big up to our newest member, my mom. That's definitely too kind, Mom. But thank you very much.
And do you know what membership she's got?
Which
the Jarl
membership.
Yeah, she's going for the Jarl.
Very good to have
you. We might as well say, so what we did is on this channel, we've now been monetized, so we've put the memberships in there. And what we ended up doing is we ended up having 3 separate memberships, and we tried to base it on things that happen on our show. So the first membership is called the Jarl membership, and we did that because all the Americans and Ash says it as well. Ash says it all the time, Jarl. So we called the first membership the Jarl membership. The second membership, we called it the Mate membership because everyone says mate, and so does Postecoglou in every interview. It finishes with mate or starts with mate. And then the third membership was for the Australian contingent. There's a big supporter of all the channels, and his name is David Shear. and he calls everyone Cobber. So we made our third membership the Cobber membership. So we've tried to keep the memberships real for the people that are around the Tottenham fan base and around Tottenham. So thank you, Julie, for becoming a member.
Thanks,
And
Ma.
just to remind people, if people do want to become a member, it is pinned to the chat.
Boom.
I need to catch up with some of these people as well. So you have got, let me go back to here. So we were here. Wayne Bonner is saying, afternoon all, hope you're all well. What have I missed? Was Wayne not here earlier on? And then it's come back again. I thought he was here earlier on.
I do think we said hi to Wayne, but yeah, Wayne, we've just been talking about transfers, possible transfers out, Timo Werner, whether or not you're excited. And Wayne, I'd like to hear your take on Werner. Are you excited about him coming in? Let us know in the chat, man. We'll get your chat up.
Mr. M, can't wait for Here We Go. Tottenham are pleased to announce Aaron Lennon, Joe Hart, and Dele Alli all on deadline day.
Stop it. No, God, no. Yeah, look at
big
that.
Up from Jacob.
Hi,
Jacob,
Jacob.
United Spurs of America.
Wayne
Yes,
Bonner, if Werner improves the team, then all the better. The remainder of the season will tell. He gives us another option off the bench or starting.
And just being so rapid off the, yes, absolutely.
Mr. M said the C word is Kirikesh.
I'm Kirikesh. I thought I had so much hope for that guy, but
Chris Peters is saying Plymouth Argyle are currently 18th and they need a defender. They have let in more than they have scored.
good. I mean, not good, but good that it seems like he'll get minutes.
Big
Not
time,
like-
Julie. Big time. Filthy.
Yeah, you gotta
Filthy.
watch
She
out.
was on
She'll
our
get-
show. She was on our show, Julie, where we use the F word every third word, and we had to ask her to tone it down.
And then she says,
Grizz. Yeah, that's my cat. Yeah, he was here for a second.
good evening, Richo. 65, a name that we haven't seen. So welcome
Yeah,
to the
big
show.
up, everybody. Yeah, big up.
Beer
Richo.
Talk is saying the C word that can be used is,
Chang.
no,
Oh,
That's
call
a
it.
good one, too,
Oh.
cojones
though. Cojones. Yes.
is a C word that
yes.
you can use.
Big old.
Ellie is just saying, hello,
Oh,
Aish,
hi,
the beauty
Ellie.
and the brains and the darling of YouTube.
Hi, Ellie. I love you too.
I've been saying I don't care what the name is. If they can finish their dinner, I'm all about it. Which version of him we get?
That's the gamble, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the gamble.
Spurs seem like like we have to sort of take those kind of gambles, though. You know what I mean? Does
Why?
It,
Why do we have to? We have the money. We have the FFP clearance. We have the room. We have the availability. God knows we're generating the money. How many
Well, because-
concerts have we had? How many NFL games have we had? How many boxing bloody events? Oh, we're going to move into the new stadium. We're going to leave White Hart Lane. We're going to go up into the bigger upper echelon. We're going to join the big boys. Pump out a 60,000 person stadium. Raise the prices of every goddamn thing we possibly can. Say that we're going to charge £130 for a frigging kit. Are you shitting me? Like, it's ridiculous. And then you turn around and have the audacity to try to say that we don't have money to buy players?
we have it. I think we've got it in
I'm
spades. but I
calling it.
just think that-
I've never said anything about it until recently. This has just gotten to the point where this is our opportunity. We finally have a guy that's going to bring this club back to what it used to be, running the way it's supposed to be running. Excited fans, exciting football.
yeah.
The Dier
Bobby
is the
K.
dude.
Bobby
Go for it.
K.
And these
Bobby
pricks
K.
don't even do it. Sorry,
We
Jose.
finally
Bobby-
broke Bobby.
Bobby K. 2024 mic drop.
Yeah. I just
It's
think
getting
that
it's so frustrating, and that's why
We-
I appreciate the fans that get behind Werner. I was definitely one of them a few months ago. Anybody that comes in that door, all right, let's go, yay! I've put my pom-poms down now. The only positive thing about this that I see is if they are saving the money to invest it in the proper position that we need filled, a center back, and now. And if that's the case, why the hell are we dragging our asses and screwing around over $5 million for the Dragusin deal? Why?
Because it is Levy we're dealing with.
That's what I'm saying, though, Chang. Why then? If you're sitting here saving money, bringing in Werner on a loan to optimize your opportunity to bring in another player because you saved that money, why are you not getting him?
Yeah, I
Get
was
him,
also
and
told-
then why don't you say, why are we haggling over £1.5 million, £2 million with Bayern? Give them Dier
Mr.
for
Kang,
$3 million, say
Mr.
goodbye, be
Kang.
happy you got even that.
Mr. Kang, you must understand that as crazy as Levy is, I'm sure Big Ange won't sanction the loan of Ashley Phillips away from Spurs to Plymouth Argyle for no good reason, right?
But that's the thing. That's what we're saying. We need quality. Obviously, we don't have it, and I cannot fathom this being acceptable that we're going to say Werner is an upgrade to our squad and our bench. The only thing that justifies this is saving the money and the fact that Sonny is leaving and Solomon is still out, and we actually need numbers in that position. This is a desperation move.
It does, and you know what?
Because
The more
of
I
that
think about
money
it,
saved, you better invest it elsewhere because this is
No,
I
I tell you my
this point.
problem.
God, I can't believe you're monetized. You know how hard it is for me not to drop F-bombs right now.
You can drop F-bombs, drop them all. Yeah, just drop them everywhere.
Sorry, Ash, go ahead.
My problem with it is we were told in the summer that the reason Scott Munn is coming and the reason we have Langer is that Daniel Levy is no longer going to make the footballing decisions. 5 million more for a defender is clearly a footballing decision. This is my problem, right? If Daniel Levy was going to just focus on the golf course and the Formula One, then that would be fine. I have no problem with him if he's just going to be a businessman. But if he's making the footballing decisions, then that's a problem. I'd like to be the kind of fan I'm not the kind of fan who's not getting behind Werner. I'm perfectly happy if Ange can make Werner work and, you know, better him or whatever, like he's done clearly with Richarlison. So if he can make the player better, I don't have a problem with him. But the issue is that it's not about what Ange is doing on the pitch. He's clearly putting his 100% in. The issue is, what are we doing behind the scenes? Why do we have Werner before we have a centre back?
But that's why I'm frustrated right now, Ash, because we know that this guy is doing all the right things. This guy came in like such a breath of fresh air that he took such a toxic environment and got the fans back chanting and happy and everything. Just with his persona, what he's done with the players, losing our captain and our best player ever, arguably, in Lloris and Kane. And then he still goes on a 10-game run. And with exciting football, he makes shit players look good. And we can't give him what he needs, then this regime will never change. Nothing has changed.
If he asked for Werner,
it's another smokescreen.
If he asked for Werner, I give it to him. You know what I mean? That's really all I got to say.
Until I see him come out and say, I wanted Werner, I think I can make him great again. I'm not worried about him being Donald Trump and making America great again. I don't want to worrying about making players great again. That's not his job. How many players are we going to expect him to improve? You can't improve an entire squad. You could throw in 2, 3, 4 players at best, I would say, that you might be able to hopefully increase their abilities. But to sit here and expect the man to overhaul 8 out of 11 players out there, that's absolutely insane. The guy doesn't have a magic squad. If he does it, wow, he's the greatest manager ever. But give him the tools.
Since you just said that, Mr. Kang, would you say that Brendan Johnson is Brendan Johnson Levy signing or Big Ange signing?
Who knows? I don't know, because that happened around the same time that he came in, right?
Yeah, but supposedly
now is where I'm saying everything that happens from January forward, I'm going to have to say Ange has to have his footprints on it or his handprints on it somewhere. Sorry. Now, because we know for sure everything we don't know what deals were done, what was being discussed already, blah blah blah. What Paratici, Lang, the other guy, what the hell's that guy, the Villa guy that they brought in? There's so many. Sorry,
McDermott.
Oh, is it McDermott? Oh, I thought it was something else. Okay, you might be right. I don't know his name. But we brought in all these footballing people, like Ange already said, and yet the decisions aren't being made by them. A free player in and £5 million difference in a player we desperately need shows us that. That's the real writing on the wall right now. This Werner deal is a smokescreen again to say, here, fans, look, we got something. We got you a guy that was so shit in this league. Chelsea gave him away after spending over $60 million on him.
I think you're going to be surprised with Werner. I really do. But you're totally entitled to your opinion.
I really hope so, Colin. I really do.
Yeah,
but if somebody doesn't come in to fill a goddamn center back role. This regime, it's so pathetic because it's so frustrating that we're not going to get them out. We will not get them out. They have to choose to leave, and that's never going to happen. And that's what's maddening. Absolutely maddening.
We're definitely going to get defenders in this window. 100%, without a doubt.
Colin, man, I hope you're right, man.
I really do.
Callum agrees with you, says that you're talking straight facts.
Yes,
Bobby.
Cheers,
I'm
sorry, Callum. Normally, I don't lose my shit, man. Normally, I'm the calm, deluded one saying, "Yay, we got Werner in. This is going to be awesome. And just going to make him great again. He's going to score 30 goals for us before the end of the season. Werner. No,
I bet he gets 15. I bet he gets 15. Oh,
buddy. Oh, you better throw up 20 US there, man. I'll take that bet up right now.
Julie's agreeing with you as well. Wayne Bonner says the club definitely has the money, regardless of what they say. Levy's not stupid with money, aside from some transfers.
Yeah.
So we'll always have some set
I
aside.
think Levy's burned. I think Levy's been burned by Ndombele. Levy's been burned by Lo Celso to a certain degree. So I think that maybe, I don't know. I think it might be a while before we see Richarlison. I think it might be a while before we see another big money signing because they've all turned out to be shit.
But nobody wants a big money signing. All we want is a signing like Van der Ven, a signing that works for the future and that has a high ceiling. Udogi. These are signings. These are the signings we want to see, right? Werner is a tried and tested commodity in the Premier League. We have seen what he is capable of. If we thought he was not being at Chelsea, it would have changed once he went to the Bundesliga and started doing things there. But it didn't. His form didn't change. It's still pretty bad if you look at the statistics. So it's not as if he went back and magically became the player Chelsea bought before his Chelsea stint either. So that gives me cause for concern. It's not just Chelsea. And even if Werner works out, the thing is our priority was centre back, right? Our full focus should have been get the centre back in. And, Dragusin, for example, is that player with a high ceiling who's young. Now, his salary wouldn't have been much. So financially, he's not actually a bad deal, even if you pay the 5 million more for him. And you still didn't do that deal simply because you're saving the 5 or 8 or whatever million you're saving on him. Euros, not even pounds.
So, it's euros. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just think that there's never
churros.
Churros?
I just think that it's never
right. That's the thing. Like she just said, this isn't a big money signing. 30 million euro.
Yeah, but why pay
euro
why
for a
pay
21-year-old that's going to be on less
than
wages than Dier?
I agree. No, I agree. I'm just saying from like a Levy standpoint, I can absolutely see why he's haggling a bit. And I still not guarantee you, but I would bet my left foot that we get Dragusin in by the end of the January transfer window. I just think that I don't know. I don't think Levy ever wants to be taken for that guy who you can just say, "Oh, here's the price," and then he'll pay it. Like that's just never going to be him.
We know that.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that. But when other clubs are coming in, offers have been made, then it's a different story. No shit. No, you know what? It is 100% this guy's fault because before he got me into this stuff, doing this YouTube thing, and got me addicted to this, I didn't know shit about Levy, what was going on behind the scenes. I was an idiotic fan that just sat there for 90 minutes and went, "Come on, you Spurs!" You know?
Why
would this guy got me into this community and got me opening my eyes, realizing behind the scenes and everything like that, and. Screw you, Dago. I love you, my brother.
I just can't see why we'd be letting so many defenders go. I wouldn't be surprised. And we've heard all of this stuff from Fabrizio Romano about Dragusin and how it's like progressing, about how, don't listen to the agent.
Jesus Christ, progressing.
No, but I mean,
progressing is teaching your child to walk, man.
Okay, so let's do the bet. Let's do the bet. 20 Canadian dollars. That we get Dragusin by Friday.
By this Friday?
Yes, sir.
It'll be done earlier than that.
Shake hands. Boom. The deal's in.
Sure,
all right.
I'll put in a super chat to you for 20, or you put in one for me for 20.
Boom. I love
that.
That's a brilliant idea. Boom, 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 boom.
Just going back, sorry,
Yeah.
to catching up.
I'll risk $20 for that because I'll be damn happy if that actually happens.
Happy either way.
But when we're
exactly.
still sitting here haggling over €5 million, it really brings me a lot of doubt.
Right, so Adrian says Scott Munn, Johan Lange and Ange deal with the transfers and agree the fees. Ellie said Levy has all the money stashed in a secret vault, Bobby, ready to spend on a high-tech go-karts on the track.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Madness. I can't believe it. I was just about to say I can't believe how much Bagel has corrupted me now that I think
Well, I don't know. He's laughing at someone. Who he's laughing at, I don't know. But
no,
he's laughing at someone.
I can picture him right now rolling around on his bed, dying laughing, going, "This guy used to be a deluded, happy clapping fool, and now look at him. I made that.
Hey,
I did that."
Don't worry, I'll take your happy
Corrupted
clapper
me.
spot.
He's
It's
brought
gonna
me
take
to
a
the
lot.
dark
It's gonna take
side.
a lot to corrupt me. It's gonna take a lot.
Oh God, Elliot, that's what my biggest fear is. We have another guy that could potentially be our Pochettino, and I was hoping Pochettino was going to be our Wenger, the 20-year manager, our Fergie, and and maybe Ange could be that guy. Hopefully, who knows? But if we ruin it from the beginning now, then I fear, I dread what our future as fans is.
So Chris is saying if Ange sanctions that he's happy.
Agreed,
I hope Werner shows up like he did for Leipzig between 16-20, but it's a gamble.
Yeah, big gamble.
We've got Levy is the biggest pull of wool over fans' eyes by his PR machine in overdrive at the fans forum. Julie says, end of the window is too late. We need him now.
Yep.
Talking beers agreed. Damn it, Dable, you've ruined Bobby.
I actually, to be fair, he's just opened my eyes, man.
This button looks like, hit the like buttons. It'd be generous from you. Levy's the con in the fans, but not the ones who see right through him. And then Ellie has said, a leopard doesn't change his spot, and Levy and the leopard start of the same 2 digits in their names.
There you go. There you go. I don't know.
Spit on or spot on, either way, Brian, we know what you're saying.
Oh,
Got it
I was
spit
going to
on.
say, what did I spit on?
What? The mic when you were so angry at
I was
it.
spitting. I was doing my rap.
He was spitting back.
Everyone,
Yeah.
do you realize that Alistair Gold has just posted something very important about Jed Spence on Football London. According to Alistair Gold, it is understood now that Jed Spence will be training with the Spurs under 21s until he gets a move this month after his Leeds loan was brought to a premature end. So this is from Alistair Gold over at Football London about Jed Spence. Back to you.
I was just gonna ask. Does anybody know?
Back to you.
He's doing. Yeah, you noticed.
He's copying Alex.
I love the way that was pure drop in, news intro, news break, updating the story. Back to you in the newsroom now.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Chang is a professional.
This is as soon as you do those, you should make Chang full screen and bring
Oh
up a
my
little banner
God.
that says Chang on the street.
I'm gonna have.
This
I'm
is
gonna
Chang's
make
update,
an intro.
Just
Every time
just have
Chang- every time-
breaking news. Let Chang play it. Put Chang full screen, and then glue Chang on the street.
Yeah, it should be like
that is a wonderful idea.
Chang on the street.
That's
Oh
it.
my god!
And have Chang
Perfect.
pop out.
Now I know what I'm doing with my
Guess what?
downtime at work today. Yeah, absolutely. Now I have something to do during my downtime. You guys are great. I appreciate you. But so we've seen Levy go out and buy players for managers before. I still think that I don't know. There's Dragusin has to be coming. That I can't wrap my mind around the injury to Davis, who's been our rock, the one player that actually is sort of a center back that's been playing center back for us. Phillips is leaving on loan. Dier's probably going to be sold. Who do we play at center back in that world?
Ethel, the tea lady.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like
Listen, Dragusin will be done.
You're left with Dorrington.
I agree.
You have to blood the kid. What other option? Who else is there? Really, go down that whole pecking order, and where do you end up?
Yeah, exactly.
If
If he's not going to play Dier, which it seems like no matter what happens, he's not going to.
Yeah.
Then why is he still at the club? And
That's
two, Why
A
is he still at
centre
the
back will
club?
be done.
I agree with Jose completely that a center back will be done. Maybe even two.
A centre back. I prefer a second.
But y'all got till
I-
Friday here, so what's that? The 12th or 13th?
Today's Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Friday is the 12th. You're correct. Yes, sir.
So
Long
Yeah.
time.
It's
do
already
we, do we have,
Tuesday
do we have
here
a
in Malaysia.
cutoff? Do we have the start of the Friday show on Talking Ball? If the deal's not done by then,
Yeah, let's do that. Yes.
so that way Friday when Talking Ball starts, if the deal's done, then I'll super chat in. If the deal's not done, Friday night on Coov and the Kang.
Super chat in.
I look forward to seeing that screen light up.
I look forward to seeing.
I hope it's your
Dragusin
screen.
wearing
I
the
honestly
shirt.
hope it's your screen that lights up. I honestly do, boys.
Because he wants someone in, don't he?
I just want
He loses
somebody in.
this one.
Yeah, I'm that desperate right now because I really think we have something going right now. I'm so excited right now, and that's where I'll blame a little bit on my partner in crime, Kuva, there, because he's just got me so gassed up right now. Guys like
Kuva's-
him, like
Kuva's
Jim
good
and
at that.
stuff. Kuva's just man, he's food for the soul, man. That guy's just amazing. But he's just got me so pumped and so motivated and happy and excited to be a Spurs fan again right now. I really hope these guys just don't piss all over it and screw it up again like they traditionally have. Please, for the love of God, go away. Just go away. Just take a holiday. Go on Joe Lewis's boat until the transfer window's done. Let these guys do their job. Leave an empty checkbook. Go away. We're not talking about £100 million players.
There's five
Stop your
extra
shit
five
that
extra
you don't
million.
have 30 million euro. Actually, sorry, you don't have 5 million extra euro.
And also, we
This guy's
have to
got that in
also
the trunk of
remember.
his car, probably in the glove compartment, and spare change.
We've
Come
got to
on,
remember
man.
too that all we're hearing is stuff that's like filtered through news media, agents, reporters. You know what I mean? So there could be more going on to this. There could be more holding this up than what we know. I mean, it's all tricky, and I think it's easy to say, oh, it's Levy, it's Levy's fault, it's Levy's fault, it's Levy's fault, and I agree, it probably is. But I'm just saying that we don't know what's going on the other side of this deal. We don't know what's going on with their chairman. We don't know what's going on with whether, you know what I mean, whether or not they're in a hurry to sell. We don't know if, I don't know. It just seems, and pardon me, I'm really not being rude. I promise I'm not. But it just seems the whole blaming Levy for everything just seems lazy to me when I feel like there could be more factors at play.
Well, of course, that's why he's brought in all these extra people. Now we can blame Lange. Now we can blame Munn. We can blame that's what these guys have been brought in for, because it doesn't seem like they're doing anything else.
Yeah, I mean, and we got to understand
That's
they've
all
only
they
been
are,
here for a
scapegoats.
little while.
Congratulations.
They've
Come to
only been
Tottenham
here for a
to be a
while.
scapegoat, so I can have the
Also,
fans hate you instead of hating me so much.
I wanted to point out
That's
too
a
that
genius,
we're supposedly moving to this new stats-based model. If they've seen something in Werner's stats, and it might not be if stats-based was so easy that we could all do it, they wouldn't have hired a guy that's like a pro at it. So there must be some stats that aren't being recorded, that aren't goals, assists, you know what I mean, things like that. So if they've looked at that information and they've decided that Werner's a good player, that he fits, that he's, you know what I mean, that he's got the underlying stats to improve, to become a better player,
Then they need to hire somebody else to do their stats checks.
oh my gosh.
They need an Indian guy or an Asian guy in there, right, Chang? We know our numbers.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's, I mean,
Scott don't know shit about math.
I don't. Shit, I don't. I'll be honest. I'm no mathematician, that's for sure. Jose is, though. Yeah, Jose is the math guy for our channel, 100%. And big up to Jose. Eltel Cockrell in general. This is a great time. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Please go over to Eltel Cockrell.
We must have a keep bench and sell for today.
We do, and we don't have a ton of time left, so let's get that going.
Let's get that going, because we've got one for today.
Are you guys ready to have some fun?
I haven't made it difficult
No,
today.
I'm leaving. I hate these.
No, this
No.
one's not. This one's
This
not
one's
bad.
all right. This one's all right.
No,
for
actually,
today.
last time it was easy. Okay, I'll stay.
All right, here we go. Wow, that's actually kind of sad now. That's my old house. But anyway, everybody, welcome to Keep Bench Sell to West Ham, the internet's favorite Tottenham game show. I appreciate every one of you guys being here. We'll just throw today's right up here. Just a second. We are almost there. So we're going to talk for just a second while I save it. It looks like I made it. I just didn't save it. That's embarrassing. So, everybody, somebody say something.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I'm going to say something on your behalf, Colin. I'm going to say something on behalf of you. Look for your things. Everyone, the draw for the next round of the FA Cup is up in 3 minutes. So we're going to have something to look forward to.
No, it's not.
You keep
We'll be
searching,
live.
Colin.
Tag on the street in 3 minutes.
It's not live in 3 minutes. It's not in 3 minutes.
But the draw hasn't taken place yet. It starts in 3 minutes.
No, it doesn't.
It starts in 3 minutes at 7 p.m.
No, it doesn't.
It does not?
7
It
p.m.
I don't know. I'm just
Now we're
believing
going
you
to
guys.
fight with Jose
Okay.
and Chang.
It's 3 minutes to 6 here at the moment. It's not 7 p.m. 7 p.m. is an hour away. But I think the draw was happening a bit later. The show starts at 7, but I thought the draw was going to happen a bit later, just before Man City start. It's at 7:50 p.m. GMT. 7:50, so 10 to 8 in the evening GMT.
Gotcha. Not much longer to go, but we won't be on. But we'll definitely have something to say about that for sure. But guys, here is today's Keep Bench or Sell to West Ham. We've got Tom Huddleston, the man with a cannon for a leg, also with the mobility of a tank as well. We've also got Jermaine Genius, and then we've got everybody's favorite RAF captain, Scott Parker, and these are our three that we are going to be keep benching or selling today.
And because I did this, Colin, you know all three players, don't you?
I do, yes, sir.
Fantastic. So I had to do it because Colin doesn't know every player that I ever pick. So I had to do it with three players that I know he knows.
Yep.
I was going to say, this is one of the easiest ones I think you've ever given me, boys. I don't mind this one.
I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll go around the table. We'll start with ladies
for me,
first.
it's easy at least.
Well, let's start with ladies first. Let's go with Ash. Ash.
I will keep Genus. It's controversial. I will keep Genus. I will bench Parker.
Nice.
I hate this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that means Tom Huddleston's going to West Ham.
Right.
Then.
Why are you keeping? Why are you benching?
Okay. The reason, I know Spurs fans don't rate German genius at all, but he was a good player and he worked hard. He was the kind of player that worked hard for the team. He always gave his 100%. So I feel like he's worth keeping. Parker, I feel like understood the game really well, and so I would keep Parker for that reason. So yeah, that was my decision.
Boom. And what a great one it was.
The thing about Huddleston is, I didn't he was also good. I didn't want to send him away, but these are the choices you gave me. So.
Exactly. You got to play the hand you're dealt 100%. So yeah, I like those answers. Those are good.
Let's go over to Chan, and I'm only going over to Chan because Bobby, you said it was so easy. So we'll go over to Chan.
Like I said, it's not easy. When you look at the quality between the players, there's a lot that can be said for all of them, and a lot lacking for all of them as well. But I know what my preferences are. Just seeing these guys play over the years.
Gotcha.
Go on, Chan. What are you saying, mate?
So for this, I think I will go with the easiest decision first, which is to sell. From these three, I think it's a no-brainer for me to sell Scott Parker right back to West Ham United from where we got him from in the first place. Of course, we all know that after Scott Parker played 50 games for us, Scott Parker played 50 games for us in all appearances between 2011 to 2013. And the moment we sold Bale, Scott Parker was then moved on to Fulham. But instead of selling him to Fulham, I would just return him back to West Ham. from which he came from. I think we got him in 2011, if memory serves me right. So Scott Parker is to be sold back to West Ham. As for the keep or bench, I think I would keep Tom Huddleston and bench Jermaine Genius.
Sweet. That's an interesting one, and not one I expected. But that's cool. That's why these are so fun. What about Huddleston makes you want to keep him?
Okay, there's a very good reason why I want to keep Huddleston. Huddleston actually offers us something that I rarely say this about any of our midfielders. Huddleston has one hell of a pile driver. From the time I think it was Callum Davenport. You remember that one? I think was it a cross? No, it wasn't a cross. Or it's either Genus or Gali. Hossam Gali or Genus played in a cross to Tom Huddleston somewhere 2006, 2007-ish, and he lashed in one hell of a pile driver, to which to this day I can still sort of picture in the back of my mind. And after that, it's been like pile drivers upon pile drivers by Tom Huddleston. I remember there was this one that he scored against Bolton Wanderers with Luka Modric. It was Luka Modric. It was veteran Chorluka. It was also, I believe it was another Croatian as well. I think it's got to be Kranjčar. Yeah, Niko Kranjčar in the team. So that whole Harry Redknapp era that I so distinctively remember Luka Modric and Gareth Bale playing a big part in. Yeah, Huddleston was a core of that team, especially when you think of Berbatov up front, and then Keane beside him, Modric behind them, and then the stalwarts. I call them the stalwarts in midfield. Tom Huddleston, the Rock, in midfield for me.
Yeah, he's a great player, and you're right. He had an absolute cannon of a leg. Sorry, I cut you off, Ash. My bad. Whoa.
No, I think Huddleston's goals were kind of like Højbjerg's, in the sense that, out of nowhere, sometimes Højbjerg has like this brainwave and he scores like a ripper, and it's kind of similar. But I think that the hate towards them is also very similar, because when they're on it and they're doing that, they're offering a goal. But when they're not, I don't see them offering that much to the team.
You make a good point.
So thank you to Leo at Marha Hotspur for the super chat. He's saying big up, homies. Thank you very much, Leo.
Big up to you, Leo. You are a super kind gentleman. Thank you, sir.
Just before we go to Bobby and get his, we have got Wayne Bonner says keep Parker, bench Genius, sell Huddleston.
That's something like what I was expecting.
Chris Peters says keep Genius 5-1 versus Arsenal in semis, bench Hud the Thud, send Parker to West Ham.
Hud the Thud, I never heard of that.
I know all of them, but wasn't watching at the time.
At least she's honest. Call me
that was the season I tried to get her into it that season, and she resisted, and then finally, like, something just snapped one day, and she sat down and watched the match with me, and she's never stopped. So yeah, you would have known those players, Ma, if you just would have.
Julie, you're not plastic. We don't have enough of anything to be plastic about, so it's all right.
And
you're a fan. There's no such thing as plastic fans. You're a fan.
Everybody becomes a fan at a certain point for a certain reason. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Support Tottenham. You're good in my books. That's all I care about. I don't care how little you know or how much you know, because I know I knew very little before I started coming into this community.
The only fan I do judge sometimes is the fan
I still know very little.
More than once. There are fans that change more than once.
Yeah,
those are the fans.
We'll have multiple Premier League teams. They're like, I follow United and Brentford, and that's annoying too. So yeah.
So you have Adrian saying keep Huddleston, bench Genius, Parker back to his old club West Ham. Chris Peters is saying to Ash that he loved Genius.
Yeah, I love Genius
and the HUD. Daniel Lee saying Ash, not gonna lie, you keeping Parker over Huddleston is madness.
Daniel's not gonna like my answer then.
Mr. M says there should be a P in Genius's name. Callum Roach is saying
Permain genus. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Permain.
Callum is saying Genus was a bit soft and often frustrating, like Brennan Johnson.
I like Brennan Johnson as well. So
Never
Yeah,
mentioned
shocking.
Garley
They're both
again.
cute, right, Ash? All right. Yeah.
Friday talking beer, like everything, it's always on a Friday unless the games start earlier in the week, so that'll be Friday the predictions. Wayne Bonner saying Garley is an
That's
arsehole.
shitbag. You're
Never
right.
forgive him for throwing his shirt to the ground when Yol subbed him.
Yeah.
Is that about as bad as whenever Ndombele? I wasn't seeing that match, but was that received the same way as when Ndombele wouldn't get off the pitch?
yeah, Daniel, I would agree with this. It's just
It's up there. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right.
Ash, sorry, go ahead.
And then Callum Roach has said, fun fact, after his football career, Tom Huddleston went on to star in Marvel films.
That's hilarious. And there's another guy named Tom Huddleston.
I was going to say, because Tom Huddleston hasn't retired yet. Well, as far as I was aware, Huddleston is still affiliated to the club at the moment. Right, Bobby, your choices, mate.
Only because like I said, this is strictly based on what I saw from them when they were on the pitch. I keep Parker a bench genius. I ship out Huddleston. Parker was consistent, always a beast in that midfield. His work rate was phenomenal. Had a great engine on him. Always, yelling at people, moving them, motivating them. He might not have been the highest skilled, but he was a good workhorse to have, and I think he would be great in our holding role right now. Like he's just got that mentality to him. Genius is the guy that you want to bring off the bench. He had that silky smoothness to him, but let's face it, he was about as tough as Brian Hill. So he got knocked off the ball quite a bit and everything, but he did have some good runs. He scored some nice goals for us. His passing was really good. His vision was decent. For Huddleston, great Thunderstrike. But that's about it. We've all said it. He had the movement of a fridge. He was kind of built like one and moved like one. He was frustrating to watch at times. A lot of wayward passes. He was just too inconsistent for me. He would have good games and then dreadful ones for three. And he went
to Hull, and that looked like that was his level. You know what I mean? Like when he did get that transfer to Hull, it seemed like that was his.
Like I said, well, even before when he came from was a Derby, right? So he was a really good player there as well, and he came up, and I was excited for him, and he started off very well for us. But then it just didn't seem that he could get through 90 minutes. He didn't have. It's like he would get winded. There was fatigue and fitness issues kind of thing, and just for me, Scott Parker would put in a 90 minutes. Jermaine Genius is good to come on for the last 20 or 30, and Huddleston is good to keep the bench for him in case I need to bring him on after. But that's, again, all personal opinion for me. So I think it was Wayne Bonner that I'd agree with that had the exact same list. So
talking bit saying the Yankees and the Dodgers hat, you're just wrong. Danny Lee is saying it's the first time he disagrees with you, Ash, because he has to put someone in front of Parker because he's Granddad's favourite player. Mahai is saying Huddleston is actually a Manchester.
What?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, Huddleston has gone to a different club and is currently coaching or doing something with the unders, and therefore he's registered as a player. I knew Huddleston had gone somewhere else. I said that he's affiliated to another team.
Holy crap!
I said that he's affiliated to another team. I knew that I'd read that somewhere that he's affiliated. Italian media have reported that Spurs have offered 23 million for Radu Dragusin and are waiting for Genoa to respond. When you mean 23 million, I think you mean 23 million pound.
Yeah.
Bobby K just nailed it, especially about Loki.
Yeah.
Well,
Leo, what happened there? I've only ever seen him in a Spurs shirt. P.S. John Cena is also a Spurs fan.
John Cena, Mark Wahlberg, Tom Holland, Adele.
There we go.
Hitters behind
who's that actor? There's not actor.
Tom
There's a
Holland.
director.
No, I think you're talking about Jude Law.
Jude Law is, but there's also that director. He wears a baseball cap all the time. Why the hell can't I remember his name?
Are you talking about Kenneth Branagh?
No.
Kenneth Branagh?
Steven Spielberg.
Maybe.
I know Kenneth Branagh is a Spurs fan.
I'll find it. 1 second.
Ron Howard, Julie.
Ron Howard, yes.
Ron Howard. Oh, yes,
There we
Ron
go.
Howard.
Right. So before we move on, Colin, because I set these up,
Yes.
Colin, who's your pick of the three? What are you doing, my friend?
So I have a bit of a thing for Scott Parker. I loved him at the club. I loved his leadership ability. I loved the little. I'll even get up and do one. The little pirouettes that he would do all the time, just like the little 360 moves that he would do to get away from defenders. Yeah, he wasn't the best. He absolutely wasn't the best. But like Bobby K said, his engine was nuts. You know what I mean? He never stopped. He always gave everything he had for the squad. I'll always love him for that. And then I think Jermaine Genius, I guess, has to go on the bench. It's really tough between him and Huddleston for me. Genius scored a couple important goals. You know what I mean? He's had, it was weird. He was such a hot and cold player. But whenever he was good, he was good. I'll keep him on the bench, and hopefully whenever I need him to come off the bench, he's having one of his good games. And then Huddleston, sadly, will be going to West Ham. I loved him. I thought he was really good. If he had a little bit better of a passing range, he would have been really good for that like deep lying playmaker type of role. But his passing range just was not quite there. But his rocket cannon of a leg sure was just that. I mean, he really could slap. He really could slap the ball. So that's mine.
So we've done them then now.
Yeah, we've got it all. We've got it all done. And everybody in the chat, if you want to get yours in, get them in. If not, don't worry about it. We've got some in here.
We've had them all already.
Yeah.
So Kate, suppose GCTV's good evening, everyone. I'll be well on my way with work. Just jumping on to see the latest news. Maha's coming with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I forgot. He wears Spurs gear a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a fan.
I thought he was guessing him as the director.
Oh, nice. Nope. He's a Spurs fan, from what I can tell. But,
I'm listening to more than Kendrick Lamar.
The Callum Roche. I forgot about the font.
He is too, huh?
Yeah.
Who do the panel think Arsenal will get in the next round of the cup?
That's hilarious. I actually was thinking about that for a second, and then I was like, wait a minute. FA Cup's not for everybody, guys.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Maidstone are still in it.
So are Bolton Wanderers.
Ronnie says, I think we'll draw Chelsea at home. With Werner just signing?
Please no, not Chelsea. Anybody but Chelsea.
Do you realize that getting Chelsea at home will be perfect revenge for us? It's set up for us to be. It's going to set up for us to be like almost like a Hamlet revenge, or even a Lion King revenge story. There, if you get Chelsea at home.
Yeah, it's only satisfying if Werner gets a hat trick, though.
And we have Mickey van der Ven and Romero stay on the pitch.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Udogi as well. Don't forget Udogi as well. Udogi staying on the pitch as well.
Well, yeah, and since we have players who just love getting red cards, how about we just go ahead and say
why do we have to talk about this? Did I not already go on my mad rant and look like a psychopath? Why do you guys got to keep trying to wind me up today? What the shit, man?
Sorry.
I'm not happy the kids are back in school today and everything after winter break and everything. It's like you guys are trying to piss me off.
Oh, yeah.
Drop F-bombs, man. I'm getting you demonetized, man. This is bullshit.
Man. Fantastic.
Spurs versus Maidstone, but as long as it's a home tie, anyone, says Adrian.
Why are you giggling up there, huh?
Because you're a funny
man. I'm glad
me
losing my shit on stream is entertaining to you.
It is. It definitely is. Well, it definitely
Please carry on.
But and I just want everyone to know I've got 10 more minutes to go before I have to run. So let me put the jazz on so everybody else knows. And you guys can go longer than what I leave, but we're getting up 2 hours.
Ash's giggling is hilarious.
At least one person's enjoying it.
Lucky ball number 7 for us, and Chris Peters just happens to tell us that Charles Bronson, the man who's been in jail the longest time in England, yeah, he's the longest jailer we've got at the moment, is a Spurs supporter.
I think he murdered people.
He did.
I'm trying.
I can't remember what he did, but what I know is ever since he's been in prison, he keeps getting more years added to his sentence because he keeps going around beating all the guards up and stuff like that. He's
Yeah.
an
Oh,
absolute
no.
It
lunatic.
was eventually it was an armed robbery.
Yeah.
This is what put him in, and then he's just been. I think he just loves it in prison. Honestly, he's one of those people I don't think could function outside of prison, and so he just keeps doing stuff to like make sure he stays.
Stays in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still Cool is a new name to me. He says, how many
Yo,
hours do you
what's
have
up,
before the
Still
FA
Cool?
Cup draw?
Hey,
Uh,
glad to have you here, man.
The FA Cup draw. The
last-
FA Cup draw is in 1 hour and 34 minutes. Is the FA Cup draw at 7:50 GMT?
Boom.
Yeah.
I might do a small little reaction video about who we get and what I think. So be on the lookout for that, everybody. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Ronnie's right. It is 1950 UK time.
Boom. Thank you, Ronnie. But still, call. Thank you again for being here. Like Jose said, new name. I love seeing new names in here. It's great to keep building the Spurs family that we're building. What's up?
No, you're welcome. Still Cool. You're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, dude. And we, Jose, I think it's about time that we do, not today because we're running out of time, but we need to do another guest corner soon so that we can have more people, getting to know more things about each other. I think it's been a while since we've had a guest corner. So we'll have a guest corner here soon, everybody. Share some Tottenham memories. We were blessed enough to have Bobby today. We got 10 minutes. Should we get a Bobby?
And Chan, and we've had Ash. We've been blessed having everyone today.
We have. Absolutely. Bobby was a surprise though.
Hello.
Yeah. But so Bobby,
Ash is brilliant as well because Ash is like a genie. She just appears.
Ash is awesome. It's really I can't say no.
The genie, not the Robin Williams genie, because that one is harder.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a guest corner, if you want to ask Bobby to finish the show, he can give us a guest corner.
Yeah, Bobby. Just to finish this off, since we weren't, we weren't expecting
it before. Have these guys done it?
Yeah, but you can choose something. You can choose something different every time. It's a different story to what you said in the past.
Man, you guys.
I put up the wrong banner.
First, you make me play that horrible game that hurts my head, and now you're gonna make me answer more questions that I'm not prepared for. I don't work well under pressure. I get nervous.
No, don't worry. How about this? How about you think about the next? How about you think about it for the next show, and then we'll get you in the comments on the next one.
Okay, sorry. What's the question then? Or do I just read?
I was gonna say so. No, instead of doing a guest corner today, since we're kind of putting you on the spot, we'll just have you keep this in the back of your mind, and then on the next show, well, tell everybody something about yourself that they wouldn't know about you and your connection to Spurs, or something, a good memory. When you started supporting Spurs, why? I know that some people will already know that.
I answered, I did those last time. So what I will go back is I'll just track back a year right now because it's coming up to the 1 year anniversary of when we were in England. And I still was thinking about this just the other day and what a trip it was. And the opportunity to go to the North London Derby with the kids and everything. And it was little Kay's birthday, the 15th. And him being in the program and Paul Coit shouting him out on the Jumbotron, and then, the party at Ben's, just all the people from YouTube I got to meet, everybody that made the effort to come to either Ben's or make the effort to hang around somewhere in the stadium and coordinate that we could meet up just for a couple of minutes, even if it was just for a quick hello. Went over to We Are Tottenham TV studios when it was.
Whoa, that's cool.
It was crazy. It was just such an epic trip, and I look forward to when I can hopefully do it again and get my ass over there and meet even more people now. So, yeah. There's that one memory I'll share from you.
What a wonderful answer. What a wonderful answer. Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully, I'm trying to get something together. We need to plan like a year in advance, a big thing like with all the YouTubers to try to get together. That would be crazy.
Dude, I'm going for I'll tell you right now, my 50th.
How old are you right now?
You got till 2026.
2026? All right, cool. We got 2 years.
End of February 2026. You got 2 years. Start saving.
You're a whippersnapper. It's so unfair. You lot are so young.
Yeah, that's when I'm the one looking up at that number, I don't feel that way, Jose.
I've gone past that number, Bobby. So you lot are all whippersnappers.
That's why you can say that. You're looking back at it, right? It's like somebody saying to me, "Oh, I'm going to be old. I'm turning 40." Actually, we just had somebody the other day complaining about how they're going to be old. They're turning 40. I felt like slapping them. I'm going to be 48 next month. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say how old I am. Then I'm
Don't
keeping
talk,
that-
Colin. Just stop, Colin. Just don't. Colin. Ash, you two. And Chang, you two. No,
No.
all three of you actually
You
should
and I
say
are
a
the
word.
same age. No extra hate for me.
Yeah, no, yeah. Me and Ash are the
Yeah.
same age.
Chang's going to
Um,
tell us he's like 19.
No, no. Chang is
He's,
not.
he's 12, really. 12.
You're not 41. Really?
He is. Yeah.
Shit, man, I thought he was like late 20s or something, maybe.
That's what everybody thinks. But Chang
You
just
know what's
has
sad?
the
I
most
still
youthful
think
appearance in
41
the
is
world.
young. So, anyways, we're just rambling
Yep.
here. You got to wrap up. And get
We
your
are,
ass to
we
work,
are.
man. I gotta
We
go
we
to
are
bed.
we do got to wrap up. This has been a wonderful show. It's been really good. We've had such great guests. It's always a good fun time when we've got Mr. Chang, Bobby K, and of course one of our own Ash. Really great to have you. I'm glad you could join after work. Sorry that work kind of sucked today, Ash, but I'm glad that it's over with. You know, so at least there's
just
that.
take a kid, Ash, and take him outside and have him take a fall. If he falls
Yeah.
down, your day will be better. Don't worry about it, honey.
There you go.
And
There
then
you
we
go.
also, as we're wrapping up, we also need to thank
Yes.
Julie becoming a member.
Thanks,
and
Mom.
it's pinned in the chat if anyone wishes to do so as well. And also to Leo for the super chat. Thank you very much, Leo.
Big up, homie.
Big up, my man. Big up. I appreciate you big time. And guys, we will be back tomorrow at our normal time. Hopefully with some more Here We Go, some more transfer news. Hopefully we hurry up and get Dragusin in so that I don't have to pay Bobby $20. So guys, please tune in tomorrow. We're going to get back into doing the 4 o'clock time slot, but like Jose said, we are also going to be sprinkling in and doing some more content for people who can't make this time slot to make sure that we're here for everybody who supports us. We want to support everybody who supports us. So keep your eyes and ears open. Please hit the notification bell when you're subscribed, because that will then tell you when we are going live. And also, last thing I wanted to add is that this is a dual stream. So Jose has another channel that is his personal channel, and I'm throwing up the link right now. Please go to this link right here and make sure that you have liked and subscribed. Like this video, subscribe to this channel on LTL Cockerell, please. We're dual streaming, and yeah, we need to support everybody, support all Spurs content creators. So with that in mind, 3 Spurs boys, Bobby K, you want to throw out a little
When are you next
Word?
on and stuff? Yeah.
Oh, we'll be
Yeah.
back on Friday night. Me and Kuba will be back with our usual Kuba and the Kang, of course, back to the usual madness here.
you
We're
need to
gonna
get Chang involved. Kuvan, Kang, and Chang.
Yeah, we'll get him on the next one. We're going back to the 2 guest thing we did before the holidays, kind of thing. So
Nice. Yeah,
just to bring, because you know what, it's like we had Ash and Leon a couple of weeks ago. I felt kind of bad because we had so many other people on that we didn't really get too much time with them. You know, it was their first time, so I like to give, like you guys, you're giving your guests attentions. You know, you have too many people. You know how it is in a stream, right?
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the usual madness of 2 at a time, and we'll have our usual games with Guess the Footballer and Spot the Bull, of course, and hopefully you have some laughs. If you don't, then loosen up.
Who you guess on Friday, Bobby?
It's Lee and Leo. So
Nice,
my
dude.
little homie, and then and then I figured we'll give Lee a chance to come in, and then I'll
Yeah.
try to persuade Ash to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning again sometime, and come
Oh,
back on. I thought it was a little bit too
Ash
early
probably
to ask
didn't
her
even- Ash
again.
probably
She's
didn't
gonna be
go to
like, "You
sleep."
prick! You just had me on 3 weeks ago, and you want me to wake up at that time again?" So I figured I'll let her rest a few weeks, and then maybe try to milk.
Well, we
milk her.
on above you and to your left, you've got the 2 that don't sleep. These 2 just don't sleep at all.
Yeah, Ash and Chang. So yeah, I bet Ash didn't even go to sleep before your show. Yes, we will do. Sorry about that. I just wanted to throw that up. But yes, everybody, please make sure to get to LTL Cockerell. Let's get those subscribers up on his channel. Let's pump those numbers up, everybody.
And as for Ash, are you on Saturday again, Ash?
This Saturday for White Shart Lane, no, I'll be there after the game.
Oh, you're doing a post now, not a pre.
Sweet.
Okay, so we'll do that'll come later on this week. We can introduce that. And what about
Well,
you, Chan? Are you doing anything on Spurs Racing TV or? Anything planned at the moment?
Currently, I have nothing planned with Eugene over in Persuasion TV, although he has given me the honor of being his co-host on Persuasion TV. I did miss out, unfortunately, on one of his live shows last midweek. I missed out on the show because of my COVID, but I'm all better now. So if he is going to do another show this week, I would very, very much like to be his co-host for the first time ever on Persuasion TV.
Persuasion TV is awesome. Eugene's an awesome dude. So everybody get over to there and make sure that you've yeah, absolutely. Let me get Persuasion TV up
and
too.
3 Spurs boys. So we can put the links in.
Hey Bobby, can you put your link in the private chat for me real quick?
Oh, yeah, that means I'm
Are you making Bobby do work?
Yeah,
because I'm gonna run late and be late for work if I don't do it.
I thought it was a guest. Oh man, the way you treat your guests.
You love me. Stop it. Okay, got Spurswasion here, so we're good there. Here is this one. Everybody, please make sure that you head on over to Spurswasion. Oh, that's Spurswasion TV right there. And then,
I don't know if
as Bobby K so graciously got for us, thank you so much. Here is.
I don't know if it'll post it though.
Oh, it's right here. It's good. Yeah, they can click right on that. We are all.
Will it post it in YouTube though? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it up. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
So you got Persuasion TV to follow Chan, although Chan is on here quite often, and you've also got for Bobby. Please support Bobby and Kuva and the boys and Bobby's sons at 3 Spurs boys.
Yeah, go there for little K and big K. Bobby K and Kua will happen.
Are they doing anything this week, Bobby?
And boot your ass out next time you come.
Sorry? The kids
because they don't do the FA Cup, right? They only do the league.
They only do the league. Okay,
yeah, so that's why they're gonna get the week off, and they'll be back next week with the predictions and stuff they have going for this week. Cool. And little K is literally just absolutely slaughtering Big K right now in their little game, and keeps rubbing it in his face, and it's awesome to see. It's so funny.
So you guys, I really do have to go, as this comment says.
Goodbye.
So we're gonna close it out with the James Madison song because everybody wants it. They need it in their life. So everybody, come on, you Spurs! Big up the lads. Spurs. Thank you all for being here.
3, come on, you Spurs!
There you go.
Yeah.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.